Hello YouTube, and welcome to the channel. My name is Wojciech Piegza, and this is my intensive language training academy. A place where we focus on everything connected with human communication. Today I'm going to make a lot of people very angry. Or at least some. But don't shoot the messenger. Focus on what I'm saying, and let's stay open-minded. Agree? Okay. Let's do this. This will feel a little weird. I thought about making this video for a very long time. I was not planning to do it today, or even this month. But then something happened.
Something that I knew was impossible, but it happened anyway.
This. The Matrix Resurrections. Which made me want to cover this topic a lot sooner than I originally planned. The first Matrix, from 1999, is by far my favorite movie of all time. I've seen it hundreds of times. In fact, I memorized it from the beginning till the end, every line of dialogue, just by watching it so frequently. The first time I saw it, I was a 17-year-old boy, and there was this girl that I met. Her name was Kasia. By the way, if you're watching, hi. She was gorgeous, stunning. Imagine like a more attractive version of the Disney Pocahontas, the animated one. And I desperately wanted to ask her out. I didn't care what movie we were going to see. All I really wanted is for the date to happen on Friday at 8 p.m. So the movie would end around 10 or 10:30, which would give me a nice excuse to walk her home, for obvious reasons. From the very first scene, I was hooked. I was mesmerized, hypnotized by the visual effects, martial arts, story, acting, concepts, score. Every aspect of that film was absolutely perfect. I forgot I'm on a date. I didn't talk to her. I didn't do anything. Even on the way home, I was talking about the film all the time. And yes, there was never a second date. So The Matrix really did influence my life. To the extent that, as you probably know already, English is not my first language. My English is based on Agent Smith and Morpheus. And yes, I do have Neo and Trinity as well. So how's this connected to the topic of today's video? Well, allow me to explain. The words that we use influence our peace, our perspective, emotions, attitude, convictions, and engagement. So let's focus on the word equality, or to be more specific, the adjective equal.
So, were you listening to me? Or were you looking at the woman in the pink dress? Nah, I'm sure you did both.
Congratulations. Thank you.
So,
your hair has changed.
I was sick, hence the delay.
This is the construct.
I know.
It's our loading program. We can load anything from clothing to equipment, weapons, training simulations, anything we need.
So what are you suggesting? Whoa. Thank you. So, now if you look at the dictionary definition of the word equal, you will find that it means being the same in quantity, size, degree, or value. The first three can be objectively measured and determined. Value is more subjective, and it depends on the context. We'll talk about it in just a moment. Are human beings equal? No, we're not. If you disagree, I would like you to meet Mr. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, an NBA champion, 2 times league MVP, finals MVP, defensive player of the year. Giannis is 2'11", with a 221 wingspan. I'm not saying that he's great because he's tall. Only an idiot, a troll, or James Harden would say that. That's basically the same thing. When Giannis entered the league in 2013, he was just another tall, lanky kid, but this time from Greece. Not many people expected much from him. He put in the work. Now, he's arguably the best player in the league. Now, why am I saying this? There's no amount of work that I would have to put in to be able to do this.
Rotation, Middleton, Giannis downhill, slams it home. Knocked away,
Or this.
Phoenix has to foul, and Antetokounmpo throws it down.
Or this.
Brown won't go, and here comes Antetokounmpo. Drives hard and throws it down.
Does that mean that men like me have no chance in having an NBA career? Of course not. Remember Maxi Bogues from the first Space Jam movie? Yeah. He is 20 centimeters shorter than I am and had a successful, long NBA career and is considered a legend. If you would like to know more about racial differences and advantages and disadvantages in different sports, I highly recommend you this video. So let's talk about value, and let's stay in the context of NBA for just one more moment. Remember the Chicago Bulls from 1996? Those guys? Yeah. Is anybody on that roster equal to Michael Jordan? Or equally talented, equally skilled, equally motivated, or equally determined? Hell no! But does that mean that he won those championships by himself? Of course not. There are other adjectives, like essential. And in this category, I would put Phil Jackson and his coaching staff, as well as Scottie Pippen. Don't take my word for it. Listen to Mike himself.
Whenever they speak Michael Jordan, they should speak Scottie Pippen.
When everybody says, well, I won all these championships, but I didn't win without Scottie Pippen.
How about crucial? That would be Dennis Rodman and Tony Kukoc. How about important? Luke Longley, Ron Harper, and Steve Kerr. All of them were needed and necessary for Michael Jordan to be 6-0 in the finals. No man is an island. And just like basketball is a team sport, everything we do in life, we need others. So let's talk about Trinity.
Oh my God.
That's right. I like Reloaded and Revolutions too. I'm one of those people. Do you want to know why? Because in my opinion, Trinity is the greatest female action hero ever created. And here's why.
If you think about women in action movies, the names that probably pop into your head are Wonder Woman, Black Widow, Gamora, Ellen Ripley, Sarah Connor, Lara Croft, Xena, Atomic Blonde, The Bride from Kill Bill, or Buffy, the Vampire Slayer. They were all strong, capable, resilient, smart, cunning, ruthless, and skilled warriors you would like to have on your side of the battle. But among all of them, Trinity is unique.
Dodge this.
She was feminine, beautiful, inspirational. She was cooperative, agreeable, and smart. She was caring, nurturing, and affectionate. She accepted her role not behind her man, but right beside him, as his support system, friend, and lover. Without her, his path would not have been any different than his predecessors. His purpose was hers too. She saved him more than once. She loved him equally, or perhaps even more than he loved her. She was ready to die for her man. And when she did, I accepted Neo's fate as willingly as he did, because at this point, it was inevitable. She was the type of woman that any man would gladly make her his wife and mother of his children. That's why.
You had a perfect character. You had a story with a beginning and an end. You decided to continue. I know that every movie ever made was made for profit, for money. I get that. That's the Suits mentality. That's the studio's mentality. Artists, they either want to give their fans what those fans ask for, or they have their own story to tell. Now, do you really think us fans of The Matrix wanted to see this?
We can understand why our beloved parent company Warner Brothers has decided to make a sequel to the trilogy.
What?
Or instead of well choreographed, well filmed, well edited fight and action scenes like those, we would prefer to see this? No. You cannot be that ignorant. So what was your goal? I will probably never find out. I can only speculate. And my speculation is that you really wanted to have the final shot of Trinity flying. You were obsessed with making her equal to Neo.
Are you doing this?
When it was totally unnecessary, and forced you to resurrect characters that should have stayed dead. Enough. Modern feminism is like a virus that is spreading and affecting everything. This obsession with equality when it's nonsense. We are not the same because we are different. It doesn't mean that one is better than the other. Do I really have to explain the biological differences between men and women, psychological differences, the difference in interests? Really? Just to be clear, as human beings, we deserve equal rights, equal treatment, and equal opportunities. Even monkeys understand that.
The one on the left is the monkey who gets cucumber. The one on the right is the one who gets grapes. The one who gets cucumber, note that the first piece of cucumber is perfectly fine. The first piece she eats. Then she sees the other one getting grape, and you will see what happens. So she gives a rock to us, that's the task. And we give her a piece of cucumber, and she eats it. The other one needs to give a rock to us. And that's what she does. And she gets a grape. And she eats it. The other one sees that. She gives a rock to us now, gets again cucumber.
Equal rights, equal treatment, equal opportunities. But demanding equal outcomes is insane. It's like forcing NBA team owners to hire more short Chinese people because the league is not diverse enough. Enough with this nonsense.
This channel is not about politics, and it never will be. But if someone is intentionally misusing the language, not to describe, but shape reality, I'm not going to be quiet about it. And to the creators of my favorite movie trilogy, as well as Cloud Atlas, which is also in my top 10, there are a few words I would like to say.
Lights. I'm not going to tell you what you should have done. It's your franchise. It's your baby. It's your IP. But I will tell you what you could have done. You chose not to. Remember the character switch? I know that originally planned for her to be a woman in the Matrix and a man in real life. Fascinating concept. Something I can only read about. You understand this. You lived this. You could have explored Mouse and Cypher. Not the characters, but what they were doing. The digital pimp and a steak enthusiast. I'm sure people of Zion were using those construct programs not just to train, but for entertainment and pleasure. Even James Cameron touched on this notion in Avatar, when Jake was so occupied in the Na'vi village that he refused, forgot, or didn't care to eat or sleep to maintain his real body. That could have been interesting. You could have invited Tony Jaa or whoever did the raid and just do it better. Nah, you didn't do that either. If you really wanted to go meta, you could have asked a world-famous actor who publicly regrets not joining the franchise 20 years ago and cast Will Smith as an agent and make him shoot Niobe in the head. I'm sure this would be enjoyable for some people. You didn't do that either. You could have explored the world of the Animatrix, not necessarily through prequels, but the world itself. Because human nature is human nature, and I'm sure that some people of the Zion were using their superpowers just to have fun or do bad things in the Matrix or outside the Matrix. And if you really wanted to go crazy because someone was forcing you to do it, you could have listened to your own oracle, because I know she had some interesting ideas.
Every story you've ever heard about vampires, werewolves, or aliens is the system assimilating some program that's doing something they're not supposed to be doing.
If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like, and share.
Then I'll see you guys next time.